Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be quick, probably not a 10-minute video. However, I wanted to quickly come on here. I know I haven't been active on this YouTube channel as much as I have been, but I will be continuing making videos, and then obviously through the summer and into fall and winter. But I really wanted to come on here today and talk about the severe weather threat. As you can see, there's a moderate risk. It shows right there at the top of the screen, top central part. Moderate risk of severe thunderstorms is forecast today or tonight. That doesn't mean that a moderate risk is for tornadoes, just severe weather in general. So if you can see, they say a few long tracks and significant tornadoes are possible, along with large damaging hail, and severe gusts. So obviously, my point of this channel is to keep you guys informed about the weather, save as many lives as I can, and with an event like this, quite literally, even one short video like this could really get you guys prepared. So, if you live in this moderate area, which you can see on this map, it's basically all of northern central Illinois, excluding portions of extreme Illinois and Chicago. So, if you live in Chicago, you could still see some severe weather. You probably will. Just not as severe of a threat potential as there is in these locations. So there's a tornado watch right now issued across much of the Missouri area. Let's go to the watch. As you can see, Missouri area, Illinois, Iowa, and the storms are supposed to erupt somewhere around here and move towards Illinois and Indiana and Michigan through the late evening hours. Okay, so this is this event, moderate risk around the Chicago area happens around once every 1 to 2 years. So it's definitely rare, or not usual at least. It's not a daily thing for sure, or even a yearly thing. So this is definitely something that we have to keep an eye out for. You can see that there's mesoscale discussions being issued. So if you live in those areas, I would highly advise coming on and watching some of these or reading some of this. You can see that the greatest short-term tornado risk, short-term meaning, in the next several hours, you could see is across this bubbled area. You can see there's Iowa, there's Minnesota, there's Wisconsin, there's Illinois, just to give you a reference. There's a lot of things going on this map. The temperatures, the millibars of pressure, the wind direction, so it's a little bit confusing. But you can see that they're showing as partial cooling is noted across much of eastern Iowa. That's what the satellite imagery is showing. And as a result, they're steepening. So basically what that means is there's more instability, which could mean that the thunderstorm potential has definitely increased, or at least it hasn't decreased, based on the things. So right now, it's still not popping up, the severe thunderstorms, the most severe ones. There's a tornado watch, tornado warning in central Illinois right now, north central Illinois by, I think it's Galesburg, so keep an eye out for that if you live there. By the time this video is up, though, will be basically gone. But notice that what we're looking at right now is, sorry about this, my mouse is kind of broken right now, so I may have a little bit issue with drawing this. But basically what's going on, you can see here's the main wave, the cold, like the big funnel, I guess the cold front of the storm. Here's a warm front, and here's it kind of the back, the storm, the rain that has been pushed up earlier, now it's kind of backing off into portions, kind of the remnants of the storm, some cloud cover. And you can see that there's a little bit of clearing right here across Missouri, across Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, and these storms are supposed to develop along this line. Notice that little line right there, that's what they're supposed to develop, and they're supposed to develop along this line and move up northeastward. So there's a line of clearing right now there. The sun is causing instability. That could mean that these storms could be even more severe than they thought, or just as severe as they thought. It doesn't seem like the threat is gone just because they're not developing yet. Again, they're supposed to be worse through around midnight across the Illinois area. So definitely stay up to date with this. Keep your eyes on the sky. I know if you live across northern Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, I know I'm in those areas. It does not feel like if there's going to be a severe weather threat. It's cloudy, it's cold, it's rainy. It's just very non-severe weather like. Just beware. There's very good ingredients in the atmosphere that could cause a massive severe weather outbreak. So this is definitely something not to joke around with. Thankfully, it's not going to be long-lived in terms of it's not going to extend into tomorrow. Once it passes through today in the evening, it'll be mostly gone. But the threat is just there, and we can't ignore it. So please keep your eyes to the sky, on the radar, and most importantly, just listen to the National Weather Service. They will be updating you with winter storm watches. What am I talking about? Tornado warnings and tornado watches and severe thunderstorm warnings. They will be updating you with all of that. So definitely keep your attention up. I know there's been a lot of things going on in the world in the past several weeks, but this is something, I guess, additional to keep an eye out for several hours. You can see this is how it's evolving, and they're supposed to develop right along this line. They haven't been as developing as predicted by some of the high resolution models. I guess that gives us more uncertainty and more fear, perhaps, as we don't know where it's going to erupt exactly and how. But you can see that that is basically where it's supposed to erupt along those areas. And right now, Wisconsin, a little bit of severe weather across Ohio as well, Indiana. But be wary for this next round. It could be potentially very harmful. Notice there's a winter storm watch, I think, or weather advisory. Can't tell by the color. Yeah, it's a winter weather advisory. So a little bit of snow could fall across the Minnesota area as well. So that's something that we have to keep an eye out for as well. In case you're wondering where that tornado warning is, or where that tornado watch is, it's basically right here. It's the tornado watch is giant. Here's a tornado warning. I think it's still there. It was in those Galesburg. There was a tornado warning. I'm not sure if there was a confirmed tornado or not. It's still a developing situation. It may be where this was a really large tornado and I don't know about it yet. This storm has a history of being tornadic. So if you're in parts of Illinois, in these areas, please be wary, and hopefully I'll upload the video in time where this storm is still being a threat, and I could warn a couple of people. And if I can't do that with this storm, hopefully I can warn you about this big loop right here that's going to be occurring throughout the evening. That seems more damaging, and there seems to be a threat for supercells as well. So definitely, just be wary. It's another thing you'll have to keep an eye on for. And again, they're struggling at this point. They're trying to form, but the ingredients aren't lined up perfectly yet. But they soon will be, and some storms are gonna develop. You can see that they're talking about the partial clearing and into deeper updrafts. So they're basically mentioning that there could be a little bit more I guess, tornado threat than previously thought. So thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to quickly warn you. I'll be maybe uploading a video soon, tomorrow, about the ENSO outlook for the year. But as of now, again, this is definitely more of a threat, and it should be very closely monitored. Let's go to National Weather Service and see what the warnings are, if there are any. You can see there's a tornado watch, and there still is that tornado warning across just north of Galesburg, so please be wary for that. It is very, very imminent, and it could be extremely powerful. So expect more to develop. This night is just beginning, but hopefully it won't be too bad. You can see this is where the moderate extends just southwest of Chicago. I mean, literally into some of the suburbs. So this happens once to every 1 to 2 years, so not a joke. Please stay safe, stay tuned, and keep your eyes to the sky and on the radar.